Hannah, Prague, June 1940. When she was halfway up the apartment building stairwell, Hannah heard a telephone ringing from inside one of the 6 homes on the 2nd floor. She was almost certain it was hers and began to run up the steps and down the corridor, reaching for her key. The soles of her shoes clumped the tiles, and her breath became heavier. Hannah wasn't ill any longer, but she certainly wasn't in top form after spending more than a week in bed. She was especially worn out today, her first working as a housemaid for Pani Bozhikova, a wealthy Christian woman who was friends with one of Hannah's former school teachers. Ever since Germany's Nuremberg laws had been applied to the Protectorate of Bohemia and Moravia last March, companies were required to purge Jewish employees from their payrolls, and bank accounts were frozen. So after the rest of the family left for Palestine, Oscar and Hannah had to find jobs in the shadows of public life. A Czech chemist hired Oscar and tucked him away in the back of his shop to mix ointments and medicines. Oscar made far less than what he had earned at the pharmacy he and Rolf had owned, but the money kept body and soul together. They could not manage on Oscar's earnings alone, so even when kindly Pani Bozhikova suggested that Hannah take a rest, Hannah pressed on, scrubbing more vigorously than before, desperate to remain in her new employer's good graces. Hannah was paying for it now in exhaustion. The ringing telephone meant good news, and Hannah couldn't afford to miss it. She'd watched Oscar place dozens of telephone calls, reminding friends of favors they owed him. Before work every morning, Oscar limped to the office of the Jewish Altestenrat